Mike Baty has made a name for himself in the New Mexico rap scene. Raised on gospel music, Baty moved on to other genres who inspired his sound. Tonight he shares his influences and what projects he has coming his way. Well, Mike, thanks for joining me tonight to talk more about your music. So, I want to start where it began for you. Where did your love of hip hop and rap begin?
I would definitely say I think in middle school, I grew up in the church, so predominantly I was listening and surrounded by gospel music. Both of my parents are gospel musicians, so just by default, that was kind of the style of music that I was surrounded by. But in middle school, I kind of started to discover some different artists, some different hip hop artists specifically, and then just kind of the whole entire genre of hip hop, rap, R&B. Yeah, it was a different kind of time. I first kind of heard Tyler the Creator, Hobson, some individuals like that. So my initial introduction to hip hop was of a totally different nature than a lot of people that are well versed in the history of it. So I
Hmm.
had to find some of that history on my own, as I matriculated through high school, college, stuff like that. So
I mean, for you, there was a lot of influence that you could have taken in. So, who do you feel are your influences?
from the hip hop scene or from any scene, I'll say the hip hop scene definitely Biggie Smalls. I really leaned into Nas. I really enjoy listening to newer voices like Don Tolliver, individuals like Sir, Black, Jordan Ward, some individuals like that. So a lot of storytellers, a lot of people who utilize rhythm really well when it comes to telling stories, or like putting different emotions and information into story form. So yeah, those are definitely the ones that I listen to more so from an influential standpoint.
Do you feel it was there one song for you that you heard and you thought to yourself, yeah, this is the genre I want to be in. This is what's influencing me. What would be
Yeah,
that song?
I think I think honestly I would have to say the ill mind of Hobson 3. I think
Mm,
the way that he was the it was the rhythms. I was really young when I was kind of listening to it at first, so the rhythms I think were kind of captivated me. I'm a drummer, kind of by trade. I started that when I was really little, so rhythms and beats have always kind of like captivated me when it comes to being able to speak or put sound to words. So I think the way that he kind of utilized rhythm and then added that to the different stories that he was telling was just really cool, and it kind of made me think about, okay, how can I use some sounds and some different rhythms to kind of tell stories of my own.
talking about unique sounds. I mean, you are you're a rapper in New Mexico. I think a lot of people would be surprised to even combine the two together. So, what is it like being a rapper in this state?
It's interesting. I think I've been fortunate enough to be exposed to a lot of different individuals that rap and create hip hop and R&B in the state. So I know that we have a lot of talented individuals out here. I think more so at this point, trying to gain exposure has been kind of the interesting portion of the pursuit. It's exciting. I enjoy showing people new music and giving them an opportunity to listen to it, because there's typically always a positive reaction, but the initial reaction is always, you kind of have to warm them up to the idea that you create that type of music coming from New Mexico, and it has like a different vibe to it. So
Yeah.
it's definitely interesting. I lean more into R&B typically, so that's also kind of a caveat that I try to add in. It's not necessarily all like rap, but I don't know. It's been a cool process. I'm starting to hopefully expose some of the dope artistry that we have in the state, so that we can kind of hit more of a global level, because we have a lot of incredible musicians out here. So it would
Yeah.
be cool to be able to make that kind of bridge. You know.
So, what are some of your upcoming projects that we should be keeping an eye out for?
So I have an EP coming up. It's called Lap 27. All of the music was written during the 27th year of my life. I turned 28 this past June, so it's about a year old in total. But we were able to kind of finish it, work through all the specifics. But I'm really looking forward to that. There's about 6 songs on there. I recently released a song called "Tell Me Again." That's one of the songs that's on the EP. So there's a music video and a single that's out for that. But yeah, the EP, I'm really excited about that. I have a lot of music on the way after that, but that is a really important project. I think it's one that we, myself and my producer Will, kind of cultivated together, and we really did work on trying to make a more of a cohesive sound. It's the third EP that I've released or that I will release. So there's ones prior to that, and if you ever get a chance to listen, you can kind of hear some of the maturity in the music and how it's changed. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Some performances in September, live performances that we have coming up. So a few things definitely on the way.
Wonderful. Well, where can people learn more about you and your music?
Yeah, so my music is on all platforms at this time. You can type in Mike, Mike, last name Baty, B as in boy, Aty. You can also find me on Instagram, BAE.TEA_. I'm also on YouTube, Mike Baty, on everything. Yeah, so music is all over the place at this point. There's lots of music on there. I'm working on visuals at this point, so a lot of great content. I'm definitely excited to share.
Wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to seeing it. Mike, thank you again for taking time to talk with me, and we look forward to what's coming.
Thank you, appreciate the opportunity.